Good morning, everyone. I am Ms. Dipali Borade, Assistant Professor, Lakshmi Institute of Technology. Today, we will be dealing with an important topic from environmental engineering, that is noise pollution. Now, understanding noise pollution is essential because its effects are often invisible but deeply harmful. It directly impacts our health, mental well-being, and productivity, yet remains one of the most neglected forms of pollution. By recognizing its sources, risk, and control methods, we can develop smarter, healthier, and more sustainable environments. Awareness is the first step towards action and effective regulation. The silent threat of noise pollution. In a world driven by progress and urban expansion, an invisible enemy continues to grow louder: noise pollution. Unlike other forms of pollution, it leaves no visible trace, yet its impact on human health, ecosystem, and quality of life is profound. From the constant hum of traffic to the roar of industrial activity, noise surrounds us more than we realize. This presentation explores why noise pollution is called a silent threat, revealing its hidden consequences and urging for greater awareness, regulation, and sustainable solutions. Sources of noise pollution. Now let's look at the major sources of noise pollution. These are broadly categorized into three main types: transportation, industrial, and social sources, and domestic noise. Starting with transportation, this is the largest contributor, responsible for around 70% of urban noise pollution. Constant road traffic, the number of trains and aircraft flying overhead generate persistent and widespread noise, especially in cities and areas near airports. These sounds may seem routine, but their cumulative impact is significant. Next, we have industrial and social sources. Factories, construction sites, and industry machinery often operate at decibels as high as 120 dB, which is well above the safe hearing threshold. Additionally, social events, concerts, and public gatherings can also produce harmful noise levels, often without any regulation or awareness of their impact. Finally, domestic noise, though often overlooked, plays a major role in residential areas. Everyday sources like household appliances, loud music, and noisy neighbors contribute to ambient noise levels of about 50 to 70 dB, which may seem low but become disruptive with constant exposure. Together, these sources create a complex soundscape that affects not just our ears but our health, sleep, stress level, and productivity. This highlights the major contributors to noise pollution, mainly urbanization, transportation, industrial activities, and construction. Rapid urban growth leads to more vehicles, more construction, and more industrial operations, especially in cities. These sectors consistently produce high noise levels, making them the primary sources of environmental noise in urban areas. These slides show how noise pollutions go beyond just irritation. It directly affects our health. Constant exposure above 85 decibels can cause hearing damage. It also increases heart rate and blood pressure, raising the risk of cardiovascular diseases. Psychological stress is another serious effect, often leading to anxiety and sleep issues. Most concerning, though, is the impact on children's learning. Excessive noise can reduce concentration and academic performance by about 20%. Noise pollution doesn't just affect our health, it also disrupts our daily lives. About 30% of people struggle with communication due to background noise. It also leads to a 15% drop in work efficiency, reducing productivity in noise workplaces. Ongoing noise affects quality of life, making it harder to relax or enjoy leisure activities. Even property values are impacted. Areas with high noise levels can see a 5 to 10% decline in real estate prices. Noise pollution is a recognized global concern, and different regions have established clear guidelines to manage its impact. According to World Health Organization (WHO), noise levels exceeding 55 decibels during the day and 40 decibels at night are considered harmful to human health. In the European Union, the Environmental Noise Directive mandates regular noise mapping to identify and mitigate high-risk areas, ensuring a more data-driven approach to urban planning and public health. Meanwhile, in the United States, OSHA, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, sets regulatory limits to protect workers in noisy industrial environments. As you can see in the images here, noise is monitored using sound level meters and in high noise zones. Protective measures like earplugs and warning signs are necessary to ensure safety. Let's now look at how noise pollution is regulated. Starting with the EPA noise standards, the Environmental Protection Agency recommends a 24-hour exposure limit of 55 A-weighted decibels for residential zones. To avoid hearing loss, exposure should never exceed 70 dBA. Moving to local ordinances, in regions like Sarigam, Gujarat, local regulations usually follow national norms, reinforcing the importance of standardized limits at every administrative level. Now, speaking of general permissible noise levels, these are typically categorized based on land use. Residential areas have stricter norms: 55 dB during the day, 6 am to 10 pm, and 45 dB at night, 10 pm to 6 am. Industrial areas are allowed up to 75 decibel during the day and 70 decibel at night due to ongoing operations. Commercial areas fall in between with limits of 65 decibels in day and 55 decibels at night. These standards are crucial to protect public health and maintain environmental quality, especially in rapidly urbanizing and industrializing regions. Now, let us look at the specific restrictions and regulations in place to control noise pollution. First, the use of loudspeakers and public address system is regulated strictly. These devices require written permission from authorities before use, particularly in public spaces. Regarding nighttime use, these systems are generally prohibited between 10 pm and 6 am unless used indoors or during approved special events. Then we have silence zones. These include areas around hospitals, educational institutions and courts, especially within a 100-meter radius. These zones are protected with stricter noise restrictions to ensure minimal disturbances. Other restrictions include the prohibition of horns, sound-emitting firecrackers, and construction equipment during night hours in residential and silent zones. Finally, there are clear penalties for violations. Individuals or organizations can be subjected to fines. Legal actions can follow repeated or serious violations, including possible confiscations of noise generating equipments. Excessive noise may also be treated as public nuisance, which can lead to jail time in some cases. These regulations aim to create a quieter, healthier, and more respectful environment, especially in sensitive areas. Strategies to tackle noise pollution. Noise pollution in urban areas. Cities are getting louder, traffic, construction and industry can all contribute to excessive noise affecting public health and well-being. A global perspective is that noise pollution is a worldwide issue with different nations implementing unique solutions to manage and reduce its effects. Government policies and regulations. Government plays an important and key role in regulating noise. Stricter laws, zoning restrictions, and noise control measures help keep it in check. Strategies, some important strategies to reduce noise pollution there are four key approaches. Technological innovations, advancement like noise reducing materials and quieter machinery. Strict regulations, enforcing laws to limit excessive noise. Public awareness, educating communities about noise pollution and how they can minimize it. Urban planning, designing cities with noise reduction strategies including green spaces and sound barriers. Effective noise reduction strategies. Noise pollution is a growing concern, but strategic solutions can help mitigate its impact. First, urban planning plays a crucial role in incorporating green spaces, noise barriers, and smart zoning laws to minimize noise exposure. Next comes technology and industry. Drive progress with quieter machinery, noise cancelling innovations, and soundproofing methods that protect workers and the environment. Transportation management is another key approach. Traffic control measures, enforcing speed limits, and promoting electrical vehicles can significantly reduce noise. Finally, community awareness is essential. Public reduction campaigns encourage individuals to adopt noise reduction practices in their daily lives. By integrating these strategies, we can create a quieter and healthier environment for everyone. Now, individual actions to combat noise. Noise pollution affects our daily lives, but small personal choices can make a big difference. First, using noise cancellation headphones. Reduce unwanted sound, improving focus and well-being. Next, soundproofing your home with an acoustic panel and thick curtain helps block external noise, creating a peaceful living space. Choosing quieter appliances, especially Energy Star certified products, lower indoor noise levels, ensuring a quieter home environment. Finally, advocating for noise regulation in your community helps spread awareness and promote policies that minimize noise pollution for everyone. Together, these actions lead to a healthier life for all. Importance of studying noise pollution. Studying noise pollution is crucial for healthier societies and sustainable cities. Comprehensive research helps us understand its environmental and health impacts. Technological innovation drives the development of quieter, more efficient solutions. Policy advancement ensures regulations evolve to protect communities. Global collaboration accelerates noise reduction efforts worldwide. By investing in research and action, we move towards a quieter, healthier future. Thank you all for your time and attention. I hope this discussion has provided valuable insights into noise pollution and its impacts. Let's work together towards a quieter, healthier future.